Prior to coming to Manoa Heritage Center, I worked at the Honolulu Museum of Art in their education department for about 12 years. So art education is actually my background. However, I grew up just behind Waioli Tea Room, so not even half a mile away from here. And I had no idea, like most people, that Manoa Heritage Center existed. Of course, driving on Manoa Road, I was familiar with the Cook family residence, Kuali'i, because it is so prominent as you're driving along. But I didn't really know anything about the family specifically, or that there was a heiau on their property. And so the opportunity to become the director of education when the previous one retired, it was just, I think, the opportunity of a lifetime for me. And it's been really meaningful personally to learn about the place that I'm from. And it's been just a joy to come to work here. Actually, the classroom that we're standing in right now, we call it our Visitor Education Hale. This whole area, we call it our lower campus, opened just in April of 2018. Although this was a project 25 years in the making. When Sam and Mary founded Manoa Heritage Center, they wanted to create a place that they could invite students and visitors, from all over the world really, to learn more about natural Hawaiian heritage and culture. And they did it through their Native Hawaiian garden. At the time when they purchased these 2 lots that this lower campus is sitting on, they were also purchased the lot where our heiau sits. And at that time, it was filled with invasive plants. We're in Manoa. It's a very lush area because we have a lot of rain. So they made the decision to first have all of those invasive plants removed from the interior of the heiau as well as around the heiau. Then they had an idea, what if we created a place where we could invite the public to learn more about Hawaiian culture through native plants and the importance of these plants. And so they made the decision to plant an endemic and indigenous Native Hawaiian garden. So we're really lucky here at Manoa Heritage Center. Although we have a small site and a small garden, it's a place where you can learn about many, many different endemic and indigenous plants. Endemic, just specific in some cases to one place, one island. Indigenous are native plants that are found here in Hawaii, but also other places in the Pacific. This space also allows us to really invite the community in. For the first time, we've been able to pilot a series of community workshops that we started last summer. And actually this year in 2019, we have funds from HTA, the Hawaii Tourism Authority, to provide cultural practitioner workshops the last Saturday of every month. So we're really excited to continue sort of inviting the community in, where we'll feature a practitioner and participants will leave the workshop having learned more about Hawaiian culture, more about the plants that allow a lot of these native objects to be created, as well as creating a relationship with each participant. We've had a great opportunity in inviting cultural practitioners to participate and become a part of our Manoa Heritage Center Ohana. This summer, for example, Ka'iolani De Silva, who's a kapa maker, she came and did a workshop open to the public. We actually have a display of items here that she created for Manoa Heritage Center. And all of the objects that you see here, students and visitors can handle. So unlike if you go to a museum where it's don't touch, we really encourage students to touch, respectfully. We don't want anything to break, obviously, but it's a really great opportunity for students to be able to interact with these items. We also have a woman who does a very unique art. It's called ipu pyrography. So she burns designs into a traditional ipu gourd. And so we're really excited to have her come on this year. We've also had weavers participate, lauhala weavers. We've had weavers who create fish traps participate in our programs before. And we're hoping to bring he and his wife back to share a workshop. There's the first indigenous Hawaiian stringed instrument. It's called the ukeke. And we actually had a trio of practitioners who are really just trying to rediscover this craft themselves. And so they did kind of talk story last summer, and in April they'll be coming back to actually lead participants in making their own ukeke. So we're really excited about that. Since opening our new campus in April of 2018, we have a new entrance for visitors to visit Manoa Heritage Center, and it's at 2856 Oahu Avenue. Previously, visitors entered through Manoa Road, but now Oahu Avenue is the area where visitors can enter. And actually part of it is the driveway can accommodate a school bus. Previous to that, students had to walk all the way up Cooper Road to get to Manoa Heritage Center, but now the buses can drive right on. And actually, I mentioned that student tours were the bulk of our audience. However, we do have adult tours. Our adult tours are generally in the afternoons because the mornings are reserved for school groups when the buses run. The admission for adults is $20. Kama'aina is $10.